Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Convos with Friends. Uh, Today I've got with me Seun, Seun of Kibris Order. Seun, the sweetest boy you ever meet. So, uh, Seun, can you introduce yourself for everybody?
Hello, everybody. My name is Seun Owoyemi. I'm the CEO of Kibris Order, and Michael is my guy, basically.
Man, I bet that felt good to say, right? I'm the CEO.
Not exactly when you think about the work that comes with it, but yeah.
Well, what kind of work? What do you mean by work that comes with being the CEO?
um, First of all, thank you for inviting me to have this conversation with me. I feel honored, but it's always a good thing to chop it up with your friend and just talk about like life, talk about what you're up to, and just have conversations like this. So thank you very much. Um, what I mean by work, basically, Kibris Order is a software solutions company, and with that comes a lot of technicalities, a lot of work, and all of that. Before we can call ourselves a company, that means we're delivering services, and to be able to deliver services, there's a lot of work that is attached to it, which I believe we'll talk about during this podcast. So yeah, that's what I mean by work.
But what do you mean by software solutions? Like, what do you mean? You sell software?
Okay, so I mean, we are a tech company, basically an IT solutions company. So we offer IT services like web solution services. We build websites. We build mobile applications. We build web applications, and then basically digital products.
Wait, I'm sort
Yeah.
of confused here. But what your name doesn't give off that sense of being a software solutions company. Well, what's why the name then?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, often we've had people like ask us about the name, like why Kibris Order. Kibris means Cyprus. Kibris is the native name for Cyprus. So people would usually ask, don't you think you're limiting your company to Cyprus? And what's the meaning of the order in front of it? So basically, Kibris Order was the first name that we came up with when we started out our business. And it didn't start out as a software solutions company. It started out as an idea for a food ordering business, right? So that was how we came up with the name Kibris Order, a food ordering business in Cyprus. So we didn't want to use Cyprus, so we decided to go for the native name, which was something that we liked at the time. So that's where the name Kibris Order came from. But as time went on, as we continued to develop our business and we continued to grow, and continue to explore other ideas. Kibris Order became more than just the food ordering app idea that we had. It became like our identity. It became something that we as a company is known for, and we just stayed with it. We just continued using it, and so we sort of like found another meaning for it. And currently, the story behind the name is that Kibris is like the place where we started out from. Kibris is the place um where we started our business. By we, I mean myself and my business partner, myself and the co-founder of Kibris Order. We started our business in Kibris, which is Cyprus. We everything that we have experienced so far in business and starting a company was all here in Cyprus. So it just became part of our story, and we just continued using it.
Well, I've noticed that right now is just now that people are getting into the software of food ordering, delivering service. When did you have this
Mhm.
idea of actually delivering like food online?
Okay, so we had the idea in 2014. I think 2014 or 2015, thereabout. That was the first time that we came up with this idea. I came up with the idea, and at the time there was nothing like that on the island. There was nothing like that in
There was
Cyprus.
barely anything like that
But
anywhere, man.
yeah, yeah. So in other countries, I think there were stuffs like that because I remember that the idea was inspired by what I see in other developed countries, right? But there was nothing like that here, and I badly wanted to build the first food ordering app in Cyprus. Yeah, at the time, but we unfortunately we didn't have the technical skills that was required to build an app of that scale or a website of that scale at the time, because we had just started in school and we just started studying software engineering. But we're very enthusiastic, and we're full of excitement, and we just wanted to start trying our hands on things and all.
You're saying it
But
was in your first year of university you're thinking of this idea.
first semester actually. First semester, actually, that was when we started thinking
Who
about this
told you you have
idea.
to think of an idea?
I mean, when you're trying to do something that that has not been done in a place, it means that there must be reasons why that thing has not been done. So you have to think about, like, all the reasons that might negate the idea, and then basically try to solve that problem. And as you continue to solve the problems that hinder that idea, the idea suddenly becomes achievable. And yeah, that was it. But unfortunately, we did not get it running before someone else actually implemented the idea. Yeah, and we just left it to them.
How do you mean, like left it? Did they steal your idea or
um
something?
I wouldn't call it steal, because at the time we were just boys and we were just starting out. And I think it was the first time that I was conceiving an idea and actually trying to work on it, right? So for us it validated our ideas. I remember friends coming to me, friends who knew about the idea and who knew that we're already working on it. I remember them coming to me and saying, yo, 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 these people stole your idea, look at these people and all. But I remember feeling excited. I remember being happy that you know um that someone started the business, and at the time it was very successful, because what it told me was that my ideas are valid. You understand? What it told me was that, okay, so the things that I think about in my head are actually achievable. You understand? They're actually good, because sometimes you come up with an idea and you're just bombarded with doubts, right? You're just bombarded with doubts. You don't know if it's good enough. You don't know if it is achievable. You don't know if you understand. So imagine seeing that somebody actually did exactly what I was trying to do. So that sort of like gave me a feeling that, yo, I'm actually like on the right track. And if this person did not beat me to it, I could as well have started this business and it would be successful. You understand?
So how important was having a friend to bounce your ideas off for you? Because you mentioned
Oh,
having
it
a
was
partner.
very Yes, it was very important. By the way, his name is Musa Jahan. Musa Jahan has been my friend and partner since day one. So basically, I remember when I met him, and he was pitching an idea to some group of friends of his, and they were not getting the idea. And then I was passing by, I heard it, and I just made a comment about it because I was knowledgeable about what he was discussing. And so he was like, "Oh, this guy gets it," and that was how we became friends. And since then we just started like bouncing ideas off of each other. We started brainstorming. We realized that we had a lot of things in common as per how we think, and the willingness to create, the willingness to execute and things like that. And that was how we became friends, and that was how we started building businesses. So yeah, I would say it's very important. It's very important to have somebody who thinks like you, or who understands like your ideas, and can actually like contribute to executing them.
But come on, tell us what was the failure that you had when starting Kibris Order?
Okay. So right now, Kibris Order is, like I said, it's a software solutions company, but Kibris Order is majorly known um for its fashion products. We currently have a website, and we also have a mobile app
What's the
where
name of the
people
website?
go to. The name of the website is kibrisorder.com, where people go to order for like clothing and majorly sneakers. A lot of people would know me with sneakers because I have I've sold sneakers to a lot of people on this island and all of that. And when we started out, we didn't start out with that. We started out, like I said, with the food ordering app that we wanted to create. Just last week, I still saw the printout of the first logo that we came out with, right? So that didn't work out. Some people would consider it a failure, or some people would think, "Oh, that's a failed idea." But like I said, to us, it was a validation of our ideas, and it was actually successful in our own head, right? And after that, we've gone on to try to do many other things. We've done we were also the ones that pioneered the grocery shopping, online grocery shopping in Cyprus. If some people might remember, Kibris Other Supermarket, Kibris Other Supermarket.com was also started by us, and it was after that new online grocery apps sprouted up, and we sort of like left that business also. And the reason for leaving the business is not because it is not successful. It was a profitable business and all of that, but you know, as as a young adult, we get like a lot of ideas, on the daily, you understand, occasionally or whenever. And, you just want to work on those ideas. You just want to implement, you just want to execute. And we kept having like new ideas that were pushing us. And, you know, as a person, I'm not the type of person that likes to like stick with one thing, for a long time. I like to explore. I like to like do new stuff and all of that. So when I realized that there were new online grocery stores, I just moved on to another idea, which was bigger and better. So yeah, that's a lot of people would think, oh, maybe like the business failed, but actually it did not fail. It was very successful, but we just moved on from it. I remember pushing my introducing the new apps to my customers and encouraging them to use those platforms instead, so that they don't have to use our own site any longer. So yeah, basically, the things that people would probably call failure were more like experiences to us. They're more like experiences to us that kept, ventures that we kept building and, trying our hands on and basically growing as a company.
But so far, what have you enjoyed the most at your journey on Kibris Order?
A couple of things I would say. I mean, apart from making money, which is which is like always the biggest, I mean, because that part is important, because starting out, the whole going into like business and all, because I'm not a business student, you need to understand. Going into business and all was motivated by, by being broke, really. There's no other way to put it. I was broke, and I needed to start making money for myself. I needed to, I could no longer rely on what comes from my parents or anybody else. I needed to start, and I was buzzing with ideas, and I just felt like I needed to execute and all of that. So that was like the biggest motivation behind it at the time. But now, like, answering your question, what I enjoy, and I know that the people who work with me enjoy about Kibisoda right now, is our ability to execute. You understand? Our ability to execute is very important for us, in the sense that, we've transcended that time when we would just come up with ideas and there are no executions. Over the years, we've been able to learn the particular set of skills that we need to execute our ideas. Like, for instance, there was a time we could not build a website. when we wanted to establish the food ordering app, we could not build a website, right? But now we can build a website. Then there was a time we needed an app because we realized that people prefer using an app than using a website. And we could not build an app, but we went into that and now we can build an app. You understand? So basically, what we've done is grow and grow and grow as a company, and as individuals, we've been growing and been finding ways to grow, finding like smart ways to, execute our ideas. You understand? So I feel like that's what I enjoy the most about everything. If you take away making money and you take away anything else, the ability to think about an idea and actually execute it is like very big for me. It's a big deal for me.
So what now keeps motivating you to like make these ideas? I mean, if you already have the money, what's now motivating you now?
I don't have the money. But to answer your question, the original goal or the big picture for Kibris Order is to build an e-commerce platform that that can be used globally, right? And every single thing that we have done from inception till now has fed into that idea. You understand? Every single thing that we have done, we have always wanted to build a platform, a B2B and B2C platform. I mean, business to business. And B2B means business to business, which means where businesses can buy from other businesses, and B2C means where businesses can sell to customers, to consumers, right? So basically like your Amazon or your AliExpress, right? A platform where people can go to and order for their needs, and they can get it delivered to them, right? So we as a company, this is an area that we've always been keen about. This is an area that we've developed over time. And that's why we have our website, our e-commerce website, and we have our mobile applications and things like that. And we're currently running our own businesses through them. But ultimately, we want to build a platform that that thousands of people, millions of people can use every day to solve their daily needs and things like that. And we're currently working on that.
Wow, man, Seun, it's been
Yeah.
it's been really great talking to you, man. But before you go, one last thing. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
yourself when you were just getting into university, where you had this really great, amazing idea. Imagine you had
Mm-hmm.
an opportunity to talk to yourself. Like, what advice would you give yourself?
Hmm. That's a very good question. What advice should I give myself? There's a lot of them. The first would be the first would be don't worry, everything will be fine at the end. Because now I realize that's coming from a place of now realizing that a lot of things that I worried so much about, if I had known that with time those things would be taken care of, then maybe I wouldn't have worried so much. Because I came to realize that worrying so much does not solve the problem, right? And I just can't remember how much I used to worry about like not being able to execute, not having the finances to do the things that I need to do, you know, and all of that. So one of the advice I would give myself would be don't worry too much. And another advice I would give myself is to continue to learn. If there are a lot of things that I felt like if I had learned them earlier, I would have done better, right now. It would have been better than where I am right now, right? So if I would advise myself, I would just learn a lot of things fast. Yeah, so let's stick with that too for now.
So, so anyway, do you have your social media account or your website that you can direct everyone to see the great work you have been doing?
Okay, so our current businesses, we have the software solutions businesses like I mentioned earlier, where we build like mobile applications, build websites, build like we have like Google Chrome extensions. We are certified Apple and Google developers, and we build like plugins and things like that, like digital products basically. Um, yeah, so that you can contact us directly at um, info@kibrisorder.com. If you have like an idea. Kibris, that's KIBRISORDER.com. Kibrisorder.com. Info@kibrisorder.com. And for our businesses, we currently have e-commerce businesses running. Kibrisorder.com is the name of our website, where we currently sell fashion products like clothing and sneakers and the likes of it. And very soon we'll be introducing our new business, which is the online marketplace. Um, should be ready by the end of this summer. And the marketplace is exactly what I was talking about earlier, when I said the big picture was to create like a platform where people can shop and cater to their daily needs and get them delivered to them in Cyprus. So we're starting out in Cyprus. So yeah, the platform we're currently working on it, and the platform would be ready very soon, and people would get to actually use it.
All right, that's amazing, man. So yeah,
Thanks a lot, bro.
this is the end of the of the recording of the show. So,
Thanks
all
a
right.
lot um for the opportunity to speak on your podcast.
I beg. All right, now, bye, Sheo.
All right, bro. Take care. Bye.